muscles are out. I'm outside. It is 7:27 and I almost forgot to record today because I've been running around like a crazy woman doing errands and, you know, life stuff. And yeah, so the lighting is almost gone, so I'm hoping you guys can see me because it looks a little dark on screen, but I can't record inside. I don't know if you can hear a little bit of the background noise, but hubby's been, it's been a lazy day and he's watching, what is he watching? Not The Office, the Parks and Rec for like the umpteenth time, and it's loud in there, and there's an AC on. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Oh, I'm already itchy. Hopefully no bugs come out. Alright, so this is going to be hopefully a quick video because I haven't gotten a lot done. So, hang on, I need to grab my note. There's no wine today. Well, actually there was. I just had it with dinner. So I'm having water right now. I mixed some white Zinfandel. It's really hard. Did I mention it's really hard to find white Zinfandel? At least around here. But I mixed it with some Tropicana probiotic juice. It's really thick, like a shake almost. It was good, but it was a little too sweet for me. Anyway, I'm going on and on. What are we talking about? So last time I forgot to show the baby seal, which was the last week's Amigurumi from the Soft Decal hosted by the Underground Crafter. So I will put a picture up on screen because I already put it away. And this week's, which came out on Monday, which I am so behind on, it's a cactus, like it's done flat, like the 3am Grace Amigurumis, back and forth single crochet, and this one has like a little bit of color work, changing colors in it, and I'm not feeling it, but I want to finish all the projects in the cal. I think it ends, I think next week is the last one, so I want to make sure I do all of them. So I'm gonna make myself make that one. Hopefully I do it today into tomorrow, so hopefully you'll see that next time. So yeah, the baby seal was very popular at work. People loved it, but no one's bought it. Oh, birds in a formation. A whole lot of them just went by. Sorry about that. Anyway, oh, the temperature has gone down seriously, so I need to be quick. Whips. What am I working on? I am working on, in this bag I made. This is I'm from the island of Dominica, not the Dominican Republic, and I always have to clarify that for people. And in November is our independence, and then there's what's known around here as ethnic garb. So this is one of the, not exactly the color, but you know, the kind of scheme. It's what you can get fabric wise. So I had made my own skirt a couple years ago. Oh, it's getting cold. And I had leftover fabric, so I made a bag out of it. The fabric was a little thin, so the interface didn't take too well, so it's mine and I love it. But anyway, I am working on another knit item. So, and it's all curly, but this is the, I brought it. This is a 3-in-1 pattern from Tammy Gore. She's on Instagram. There are 2 cowls and one shawl. And when I print my patterns, whether or not if it's 2 pages or more, I always print booklet style because 1, I don't like having all these pages, and 2, I just like to save a little space, you know, save a tree or 2 if I can. So I printed it booklet style, and I think it was like 10 or 11 pages. And when I grabbed the section which I thought was the shawl that I wanted to make, I was well into it already, and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the pattern. I'm like, wow, that doesn't look like the pattern at all. Turns out I grabbed one of the cowl patterns instead of the shawl pattern. So I was working on that, and it took me 3 tries to get it because I think this one has an I-cord edging, and I can take back, I can put in a lifeline, but I was having trouble figuring out on the edging part where to put the lifeline, and I thought I got it and I didn't, and it just became a mess, so I had to rip it back twice. So third time I've gotten this far that I've shown you. So what this plastic bag, I had brought all my stuff out with me. What I thought I was working on, and this is in black and white so you probably won't see it, but ooh, focus. There you go. What I thought I was working on was this shawl, and excuse the dry nails. Time to get a redo. But I thought I was working on this shawl, which is what I wanted to do. Turns out so this pattern is called Inseparable, and there's Inseparable 1, 2, which are cowls, and 3 is the shawl. This is Inseparable 1. And then what I'm working on, which you will not be able to see because it's a really dark color, so I'm not even going to bother. You can't see it. It's just dark. But this is the shape of what both of the cowls are supposed to be. So basically I pulled the middle where I thought was the shawl, and it wasn't. So I'm working on a cowl, a knitted cowl. And so this is my first I-cord edging. And it's coming along. Fingers crossed I don't drop anything. I haven't so far. And I swear if I mess it up, I'm just going to have to keep going, because I tried fixing it, the edging, or doing the lifeline, which I probably should put one now while I'm at it. But what I also got to do was my first, there you go, my first knit baubles. And these are tiny ones. I think they're only like 4 stitches, but I was watching some videos on it. There are different ways to do it. And they can be as big as you want it, small as you want it. So these are tiny ones that are right here. So that was cool. So now I'm thinking, Gigi Made It had a shrug that she did, and I purchased and made the crochet version. And I didn't purchase the knit version because I didn't know how to do knit baubles, and I was a little intimidated. So it takes a little bit to get used to it and make sure you don't, because you're putting a lot of stitches in one stitch, and it's so much different in knitting than it is in crochet. So I may end up purchasing hers and trying the knitting one, because it's all in super bulky, which will be cool. So that's my whip, and I think that's my only active whip right now. Well, there are a couple others that I haven't given any love to whatsoever. The other thing is, I went to Walmart to get other things other than craft stuff, but of course, gotta go down the craft aisle just to see. And my Walmart is doing a redesign right now, so things are all over the place. So when I finally found the yarn aisle, I'd mentioned before that my Walmart is really always late to getting the newer yarns. I usually have to go to 2 or 3 Walmarts to search for them. And I finally found the Mandala Ombre. Well, when I went there today, they had a whole lot more, but it's way up top, like, waiting. They're all still in plastic bags. But I also saw that they had Peaches and Cream. They've changed the makeup of Peaches and Cream. And if I remember, I did take some pictures, and I did post it in my Instagram stories, but I'll hopefully put pictures here. They've changed it. It's almost as soft as, or the texture or the feel of I Love This Cotton. It doesn't look anything like the old Peaches and Cream. It's smaller. The skeins are smaller, but the biggest thing is, it used to be done, the label used to say made in Canada with US grown cotton. Now it just says made in China. So they've completely changed it. So it looks like Walmart is going a whole different route, or I guess not Walmart, because it's I hope you're not hearing that. Quite loud TV. Hubby's going a little deaf, so the TV's a little loud lately. I guess it's not really Walmart. It's a it's Yarn Inspirations yarn, but they've changed it. They've changed the texture of it, the whole thing. It's in smaller. When I first saw it, because when I was looking at the ombres, I saw all these little. They look like what's it called at Hobby Lobby? The dollops. They look like little package of dollops. And then I finally saw them on the regular shelves, and they look completely different. So check it out. If you've been a hater of peaches and cream before, you might change your mind now because it looks different or it feels different. And the ones I saw were stripy. They were called peaches and cream stripy. So I didn't see any solid colors in the new ones. So take a look. Speaking of yarn, I'm getting like FOMO again, fear of missing out, and it's clearance. So you know I'm gonna try real hard, but it's not gonna work. Hobby Lobby clearance. Everyone's posting, like Rose posted on Instagram. The back of her car was like literally filled with yarn. The saving grace is there's none close to me here. But when I go to work, and I won't get to work again as far as being in the location until next Wednesday. So I think I'm going to have to make a pit stop on my way home to go check it out because it's clearance. Somebody else posted Into the Warren. Sorry, I don't remember her name, her first name, but she just did a video and she went and it's clearance. You know me and clearance. It's bad. But at least I could look for stuff for the fall, like the super chunky and chunky yarns that I use. I'm hoping. So I'm definitely going to go on Wednesday, unless something comes up. Yeah, I'm going. Anyway, next on the list. So, Miss Canadian Crocheter sent me a little package. I'm not going to show you everything that was in it. There's a little yarn, little goodies for the minions. Big minion tried one of them too. He looked at it, he goes, I've never seen that candy before. I'm like, yeah, it's not from here. And it's not for you. But anyway, well, this plastic bag flies away. So, one of the things that she did send was a book, a pattern book of Amigurumi that I've seen in the stores and walked by so many times. I don't know why. I think, you know why? Because this pattern here, so this is what she sent me. This is the Vanna's Choice Easy Crochet Critters. For some reason, I've never liked this, this lion, the look of it. But, first thing that caught my eye was, look at that. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. And then, the seal? Yeah, that's the next one I'm going to make. Next one, because, like, I went to the post office, picked it up, and then I tried not to not to hook it on, but I had to. So mine doesn't look exactly as cute as the pattern because, of course, I always change things up. And it's a snowy owl, and I needed, in my mind, snowy was fuzzy, and it needed to be so. Remember I said that I didn't think I had any peep squeak yarn, and I ended up finding it after I'd finished that last koala, so I used it, and it was a pain to use because you can't see your stitches. I even held it with a regular yarn, and it was still difficult to see, but look. Okay, don't focus on me. Look. It's so cute. It's so fluffy. You know, from the Despicable Me. It's so fluffy. There it is. As much as a pain it is to use the Peep Squeak yarn, it's so worth it. Because I had to, when you use any of the fuzzy yarns or like the eyelash yarns, when you crochet with it, all the good fluffy stuff goes on the opposite side, the inside, so you always end up having to flip the work inside out. So that was a little difficult because you need to stuff as you go. But I made it work. Look at the fluffiness. It's so cute. For some reason, I want to pair the Peep Squeak with like a sparkly yarn and do it. And not only will it look cute, but it'll make seeing the stitches a little easier because of the sparkly yarn. So I may have to do another one of these. So I could have finished this in about 3 hours total, but I had to stop and work, and I had to stop and, you know, be the chauffeur for a minion one and all that. So that's that. So yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 patterns in there. 2 of them I'm not too thrilled with at first look. Obviously the lion, not my favorite, and then the giraffe is not calling to me. So those, if I do make them, they will be last. to do. But the seal, the walrus, the hippo, oh yeah, it's a yes. All right, so that's that. And then FOs. So obviously I already showed this one. I don't remember if I showed these last time, but if I did, I'm sorry, but I'm showing them again. I did too, which is blowing out totally. But this was the last of the Bright Stripes Red Heart. So there's that one, and she's got her little side grin. Come on. There you go. And her eyelashes. And then this guy. So yeah, I love this colorway. I do. Just the brightness of the color. Alright, next I finally did the next square, which is number 10. So if you guys are doing it, you know that the number 10 was delayed because the Unraveled Mitten was on vacation. So it's delayed for a week. So it came out. It was really easy. I think it's called train tracks or railroad or something tracks. But it's just half double crochets and double crochets. And one of them worked in the back loop. So pretty simple enough. And then because there was a week delay, she's going to keep on the same schedule. So the next one will come out next Wednesday, as usual, and then that'll put us back on track. Okay, then only other things I've been working on. Ooh, I also forgot the card that Debbie sent is just how perfect. You know, before yarn took over my life, I would not have cared so much about a card with like sheep and animals on it, and you know, woolly animals, but I was like, it's so cute. Even that smell of like wool when it's dying, it drives the people in here crazy, but I just absolutely love it. Anywho, all right, so the only other things I've been making are bags, and I'm really loving this idea. Was by Taylor Lynn, as I mentioned last episode. But the little bags, it's like, oh, what's that? Lint. Instant gratification. And then this stamp. So this stamp was also one of her suggestions, and it's from rubberstamps.net. Pretty inexpensive, came quick. So I'm just making little I think she called them product bags, and you know, you just use it to put your items in. And she on the video where she made them, she said she was doing a show, I think it was last year in December, and it was like a plaid theme. So a lot of the bags she made were plaid themed. So you could also do that if you're doing a show that's Christmas theme or maybe Halloween theme. You make these little product bags in those types of fabrics, and it's just to put little items in, nothing big. I'm just making little ones. So it's whatever cut of fabric. First I cut one, and whatever's left of the fabric I just make. So these are 2 different sizes, and I'm using whatever. I went to the Dollar Tree and bought jute, colored jute. I think I have pink, green, and this brown color. So that's that. And then the only other bag I made was this, and the color's not showing up real well here, but it's it looks beige, but it's a nice soft kind of beigey yellow background for the color, with the bright pops of pink, which is why I went with the inside is this yellow checkered bag. So it's just a drawstring. So if anyone's interested, this one's available. It's like 10 by 12, I believe, is the size of it. So let me know, and I'm hoping to over the next week at least get 2 or 3 bags done, but no promises, life and all. So that is actually all I have. I haven't gotten a lot done. I've been a little busy this week. So the last thing is the giveaway winner for Debbie's bag, the Canadian Crochet bag, which I thought I did bring out with me. So for this bag that everyone seemed to really like, with the hummingbird pattern and then the 2 tones of green for the inside. So I am going to take you to the video that pulls the winner, and I will be back. Hey guys, so I am going to pick the winner for the CC hummingbird bag. That would be the Canadian Crocheter original bag. And okay, so we had 86 unique commenters, so let's go and see who the winner will be. Dun, da, da, da. All right, we have Am So Crafty. Am So Crafty, cool. My plans for the summer is to visit family and hang out in my backyard and knit. Sounds awesome. All right, so Am So Crafty, you know the drill. My information will be down below. Send me an email with the address of where you want this sent, and I will have that off to you. Thanks, guys, for participating, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. So, Am So Crafty, I believe was the name. Let me know where you want that sent. Send me an email. All my information's down below, and I will pop that off to you. So congratulations. And thank you guys for participating, for all the ideas, or just letting, the talk about where you're going or what you're doing for this summer. And a lot of people are just hanging out, which just sounds perfect for me. I would just love 2 weeks to just wake up, roll out of bed, get something to eat, sit, crochet, just hang out, do nothing. That's so in need. So it's pretty cool. A couple of people are going camping. I was gonna say I envy you. No, I don't envy you, because I don't do nature like that. I like going out in the backyard or going outside, but camping, no. I need a hotel room. I need sheets and hot shower. Yeah, but that's cool. I would though like to do like a road trip, just like a drive, for a couple of days, stop here, sleep, do that. That would be cool, just to go do something. But I'm looking forward to July vacation, but I'm not at the same time, because it's closer to the end of July, and that means the end of summer, which means closer to school and back to everything. The cycle. Being a grown-up sucks. That's my motto. By the way, being a grown-up sucks. Anyway, but then again, my kids wouldn't tell you. The minions wouldn't think so. All right, so I am continuing the random acts of sharing. So next up is a bag by our very own First Pattern Publishing, Angelia. And looks like I pulled it at random, and it just hit me that we're keeping with the bird theme. And this is her drawstring bag, and she now does her bags this way, which is so much easier, I think, too, with the pull tab at the top. So you will have one of her classics, I guess. I'm sure she'll probably still make these, but right now she's doing it with the tab at the top. So it's a white background with green little branches, flowers, and purple birds. And I know a lot of you guys like purple. So I'm including one skein. I think this is the only colorway. This is the only one of this, and it is this is actually the bamboo, the Karen Pantone bamboo, and it's the color Purple Scribbles. So these are the color tones in there. Yep, it's showing up pretty true. So yeah, this will come along with it. And this is a number 4. It's very light number 4, let me tell you. But it's a number 4. It's very soft. I like this purple hair has a heathered look to it. You probably can't see it. Yeah, it has a heathered look to it. I like that. But anyway, so the next random act of sharing will be these two. And since I pick it by comment, comment whatever below. Hello, hi, how you doing? How you doing? That's terrible. I'm sorry, that's terrible. What should I ask? I had a question and it completely escaped me. Completely escaped me. Do you have a favorite yarn? Or does it change? Yeah, do you have a favorite yarn or does it change? I'm worsted and up, and I think in every weight. So in worsted, and it seems like all my favorite yarns always get discontinued. So I used to be a Vanna's Choice girl, not so much anymore. I'm just using what I have. And then I love Big Twist Premium. Of course, they discontinued it. I also, in number 5, I love the Lion Brand Woolspun, discontinued. And of course, Thick and Quick. You can't go wrong with Thick and Quick. So that's the number 6. So yeah, do you have a favorite yarn? Not what's your favorite yarn. Do you have one? Yes, no, you like them all? We know, we like them all, but there's some that you gravitate to more than others. Yeah. And speaking of yarn though, again, I was at Joann's I only went there, I didn't go for yarn. I did a really quick look through the yarn aisle. Joann's yarn aisle just is not inspiring at all. And then I noticed that they have Color Made Easy. You know, the yarn that was the Lion Brand yarn that was at Michael's exclusively. It's now at Joann's. So I guess they didn't discontinue it. Maybe Michael's just discontinued it. Or just since they're, I guess, not carrying a lot of other brands that aren't their own now. Or so I heard. Because they did clearance out a lot of stuff the last few months. But Color Made Easy is at Joann's, and I believe I took a picture, so hopefully I'll put it in if I still have it. There's some colors I don't think I remember seeing at Michael's that they have at Joann's, so maybe it's just now out in the ether and everywhere will start carrying it, but except for Michael's. So that is all I have. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll see once I edit how dark this is, but it is now 7:54. It's decidedly cooler. All the birds are chirping, and I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a good day, or morning, or whenever you see this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.